Hey, how's it going, everybody? I always hear the term set it and forget it. Well, we're going to do the original set it and forget it. This is considered primitive cooking. This is in the hole, in the ground cooking. Today what we're going to do is a Jamaican jerk marinade onto a pork shoulder. I put it into a Dutch oven. You might hear it sizzling right now in the hole because I haven't covered it up yet. We're going to let it sit there and we're going to let it cook. So this is before there was ever pellet smokers and before there was ever the term set it and forget it. We're going to do the original, literally set it and forget it. Cover it up, don't even worry about it for 6 to 8 hours. Let's get started. The first step in the process is to score the meat. Time for that homemade jerk marinade. Stir it up a little bit in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just get my hands all worked up in here. My hands are clean. My work surface is clean. Everything's clean. I'm gonna do is gonna put this on here, work it in. Try to work it into these holes too that I made. I put the look at these slits right here. I created right there. Work it into the holes. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys my setup. Okay, so here's the hole I'm going to be cooking in, right here. And just a few feet away, I've got my fire going. That's how I did my bricks. I did 2 bricks up. Then I did another one right here. What it does, you can still see the coals in there, so you still get airflow through here, but you're still protecting the corner right here for fire management. I put another one here for fire management. Same thing here. To get airflow. Get some more airflow in there. There we go. So it's kind of like a flue, kind of open and close it. And then I put my logs, some logs right here. So as this is heating up right here, it's also warming up the logs, so they're easier to light. So that's what we got. Got a nice little fire going now, and not gonna be long. I'm gonna have a nice little bed of coals. I can put my Dutch oven in the hole with the coals. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have a south to north wind coming. So this side is protected, and it's getting a nice constant flow of wind coming in here, but it's a nice mild wind. You can see just by the smoke, it's not a very hard wind. So it's actually just feeding itself. So it's a nice, beautiful little system. Then when they're ready, got my hole right there. So I don't gotta go too far. All right. Alright, so I'm back inside. I have here is my 14-inch Camp Chef Dutch oven, which I'm going to be putting the pork shoulder in. And here I have about a dozen potatoes, red potatoes. You can use any kind that you want to, that you think would be good. I'm going to peel these. I got these from our local grocery store that actually has locally grown produce. And I guess these are locally grown. I didn't know you could grow potatoes really good in Florida, but I guess I'm wrong. Because you can't, because right here's some. So I'm going to peel these potatoes, and I'm going to line the bottom of the Dutch oven with the potatoes, and I'm going to sit the pork shoulder on top of that. All right, so I'll be right back when these are peeled. All right, so I have these potatoes peeled. You can leave them. You can leave the peels on them if you like. I'd rather just peel them because the starch is really, really good for the for Dutch ovens. So I like just to peel them so all that starch comes out, or as much as it can. So what this is doing is this is going to lift the pork shoulder off of the bed here. It's going to lift it up a little bit higher. So it's not going to burn on the bottom if it gets too hot. It's going to have a nice little base here. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to check those coals, and let's get this thing on the road. Let's get this thing started. I just want to show y'all some cool features with the Camp Chef Dutch ovens. First off, they come with legs right here. Come with some 3 legs, almost like it's built-in trivet to lift, to get some clearance off the coals. Plus, there's a little groove right here. This groove is in case you want to put a temperature probe into your meat. This is for a wire, and it lines up with this. See that little arrow on the lid? It lines up with that. You line everything up right here. And right here your temperature probe is. You've got a nice hole for your temperature probe to come out of. Plus, the lid has 3 more little legs. In fact, this is what I used whenever I cooked my balsamic glazed pork chops. I used this lid. It has these 3 legs right here. Kind of a cool feature. I'm gonna go run this outside and we're gonna throw this in the hole. All right, so before I put this into the ground, cover this with some foil, dirt that might accidentally get in there. Now, you don't want those holes lining up, so what I do is I just turn this, the lid, see where this here lines up with the sides, I just turn it the completely opposite way. So now that locks that all in, right there. You cover this with coals. Now you want to go approximately 2 inches on each side around so the coals can get around the side. I think we're about good. I'm gonna leave this here for probably, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 hours. But I'm not really too worried about it. Pork is the most forgiving protein that you can make. So if it stays here longer than that, I'm not really too worried about it. I got this potatoes on the bottom. I'm gonna have me some nice mashed potatoes. And that pork's gonna be absolutely delicious. So I'll see y'all in about 6 to 8 hours. we're here at the grocery store while I'm waiting for the pork to get ready. While I'm waiting, just might as well come to the store and do some shopping. What I'm picking up is some stuff to do a collaboration with Cooking with CJ, and I'll show you what I got going on here. Got some Cuban bread, make some Cuban subs. Got some Swiss cheese, and got some ham, and then that pulled pork I'm making right now is gonna go with that. That's it. All right, the reason I did this lid like this is because it's overcast today and it might be raining, so I just want to make sure like no moisture got in there. But the temperature should be locked in because I'm still feeling it, and it's still kind of warm. And this is see, what time is it now? It's I think it's right about 7 hours later. 6, 7 hours later. It's 5 o'clock. I put this on at 10 yesterday, so it's 7 hours. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's so nice and hot. It's so nice and hot in there. So that's why I put that aluminum foil over there. Cover over it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. That's a perfect jerk pork shoulder made in the Dutch oven 7 hours later. That's gorgeous. I'm gonna get the lid back on, we're bringing it aside, and we're gonna let it rest. All right, so letting the, just tinted it with some foil and let it rest here in the pan. This is truly is awesome. I don't even know where to even begin on this thing. Look at that. It's still hot. Check this out. Look at that. That is beautiful. You can see that where it marinated got all the way down inside there. Oh, that's so good. Let me tell you what. This is better than Antifa getting curb stomped. This is so good. Wow. Cameraman here. You gotta try this. Try it. Try it out. Oh my God, that's good. That's so good. Anyhow, the haircut, I'm just goofing around. I only did it for today. And I'm gonna be shaving the rest of it off after I do this. Anyhow, everybody, thanks for joining me. And next week, or another 2 more weeks, I'm gonna be doing a collaboration. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Later.